Imagine standing on the precipice of adulthood, your heart pounding with anticipation and fear. This is the essence of coming-of-age rituals. These powerful ceremonies, steeped in tradition and symbolism, play a crucial role across cultures worldwide. They serve as a rite of passage marking the transition from childhood to adulthood, a momentous shift in status, responsibilities, and expectations. From the rainforests of the Amazon to the frozen tundra of Siberia, each culture has unique ways of commemorating this critical milestone. Some involve feats of endurance, others focus on spiritual awakening, but all share a common goal: to prepare the individual for the challenges and responsibilities of adult life. Despite their diversity, these rituals universally symbolize the blossoming of youth into maturity, a transformation as profound as it is poignant. As we journey across the globe, prepare to witness the diverse ways humanity has marked this pivotal life stage. From the icy landscapes of Siberia to the sun-drenched plains of Africa, coming-of-age rituals are as diverse as the cultures they originate from. These rites of passage not only mark the transition from childhood to adulthood, but also serve as a profound display of a community's values, beliefs, and traditions. Imagine stepping into the world of the Maasai people in East Africa, where young men prove their courage through a heart-stopping lion hunt. This daring feat, undertaken with nothing more than a spear, is a powerful demonstration of bravery, strength, and a readiness to protect the community. Now, let's transport ourselves to the snow-laden regions of Siberia, where the indigenous Chukchi people engage in a different kind of test. Here, adolescents embark on their first reindeer hunt, a challenging task that demands patience, resilience, and a deep understanding of the natural world. Over in the South Pacific, in the island nation of Vanuatu, we encounter the nail-biting land diving ritual. Young men leap from towering structures with vines tied to their ankles in a heart-stopping plunge that symbolizes their leap into manhood. Meanwhile, on the other side of the globe, in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, the Sateremau tribe has a unique and painful initiation. Young boys must endure the excruciating stings of bullet ants, a test that not only signifies their transition into adulthood but also their ability to withstand pain and hardship. And let's not forget the less physically demanding but equally significant rituals. In Japan, for instance, the coming-of-age day is celebrated with the Seijin Shiki ceremony, where young women don elegant kimonos and young men wear traditional suits, symbolizing their entry into society as responsible adults. Across continents, oceans, and cultures, these rituals offer fascinating glimpses into the rich tapestry of human traditions. Each one provides a unique lens through which to view and appreciate the diversity of our world. Despite the differences, a common thread connects these rituals: the universal human experience of growing up. In some cultures, the path to adulthood is paved with pain and endurance. This may sound harsh to many, but it is a reality that highlights the resilience of the human spirit. Across the globe, we find examples of coming-of-age rituals that test the mettle of young individuals, pushing them to their physical limits. Let's travel to the Amazon, where the Sateremau tribe has a unique and painful initiation. Young boys must wear gloves filled with bullet ants, creatures known to have the most painful sting in the insect kingdom. The gloves are worn not once but 20 times. This ritual is not just about endurance, it is a metaphor for life, signifying that one can withstand the pains and challenges that adulthood might bring. Similarly, in the heart of Africa, the Hamar tribe of Ethiopia has a ritual that requires young men to leap over a line of cattle. The catch? They must do this naked and without any assistance. It is a physical ordeal indeed, but it is also a test of courage and determination, qualities deemed essential for adult life. In the frozen landscapes of Siberia, the Chukchi people have an initiation that would make anyone shudder. Young boys must endure a series of physical trials in the harsh Arctic conditions, including swimming in icy waters and running barefoot in the snow. These tests are not just about toughness, but also about perseverance, a trait highly valued in their survival-oriented culture. These rituals, as intense as they may seem, serve a purpose. They are not merely about inflicting pain, but are symbolic of the trials and tribulations one may face in adulthood. They are about resilience, courage, and the ability to face adversity head-on. Through these grueling tests, the young emerge as adults, forever changed. They carry the lessons and experiences of their initiation with them, shaping their adult lives. As we continue our journey, let's remember that the path to adulthood is diverse and full of challenges, a reflection of the complex tapestry of human culture. In stark contrast, other cultures seek inner transformation through isolation and vision quests. These rituals, often steeped in spiritual and psychological significance, offer a different aspect of the journey into adulthood. Imagine a young member of a tribe venturing into the wilderness alone, armed only with the wisdom of their elders and the strength of their spirit. This is not a test of physical endurance, but rather a quest for self-discovery and spiritual growth. In many Native American cultures, this practice is known as a vision quest. The individual embarks on a solitary journey, fasting and praying until they receive a vision or a dream which is then interpreted as a message from the spirit world. It's a deeply personal and transformative experience, symbolizing a spiritual awakening and a deeper understanding of one's place in the universe. But it's not just the Americas where such practices are found. In Australia, young Aboriginal men undertake a walkabout, a solitary journey into the wilderness that can last for up to 6 months. During this time, they live off the land, following the paths their ancestors walked, learning about their spiritual and cultural heritage. In both of these examples, the individual is isolated, away from the comfort and familiarity of their community. But in this solitude, they are given the opportunity to reflect, to grow, and to come to terms with the responsibilities that come with adulthood. The isolation tests their resilience, their resourcefulness, and their ability to survive. It's a trial by solitude, a test of the spirit. It's not about enduring pain, but about enduring oneself, confronting one's fears and insecurities, and emerging stronger, wiser, and ready to take on the responsibilities of adulthood. In the solitude, a metamorphosis takes place, marking the end of childhood. This transition is not marked by physical scars or tangible symbols, but by a profound inner transformation, a shift in consciousness, a spiritual awakening, and that is what makes these isolation and vision quest rituals so unique and captivating in the grand tapestry of coming-of-age rituals around the world. In many societies, the journey to adulthood diverges along gender lines. This divergence is often reflected in gender-specific coming-of-age rituals that mark the transition from childhood to adulthood. These rituals are not just ceremonies, they are profound moments that shape an individual's identity and role in society. Take the Hamar tribe in Ethiopia, for instance. Boys undergo a ritual known as ukulibula, which involves jumping over a line of cattle. This test of bravery and endurance signifies their readiness to marry, raise children, and protect their families. On the other side of the spectrum, Hamar girls participate in a whipping ceremony, a testament to their strength and loyalty to their brothers. In the Apache tribe of North America, girls go through the sunrise ceremony, a 4-day event that celebrates the onset of womanhood. The girls perform a series of dances and rituals, embodying the spirit of the changing woman, a key figure in Apache mythology. Meanwhile, boys embark on a vision quest, a period of solitude in the wilderness to prove their manhood. Over in Japan, the Seijin Shiki, or Coming-of-Age Day, is a national holiday where 20-year-old men and women dress in traditional clothing and attend a ceremony at their local city hall, celebrating their entrance into adulthood. These gender-specific rituals, while diverse in nature, share a common thread. They're deeply rooted in the cultural fabric of their societies. They provide a formal structure for young people to understand and embrace the roles and responsibilities they're expected to assume as adults. Yet, it's important to note that these rituals are not set in stone. Many are evolving to accommodate changing societal norms and attitudes towards gender. For instance, some communities are now recognizing and celebrating non-binary and transgender identities in their coming-of-age rituals. These rituals, while distinct for boys and girls, serve the same purpose: to guide the young into the responsibilities of adult life. As societies evolve, so do their rituals. This statement rings especially true when we consider the metamorphosis of coming-of-age rituals in the contemporary world. While many societies continue to uphold traditional practices, there has been a noticeable shift in how we mark the transition from childhood to adulthood. In our fast-paced digital age, the concept of coming of age has taken on new dimensions. The internet, social media, and technology at large have reshaped how young people interact with the world and each other. In many societies, the age of digital consent, the point at which a young person can legally manage their own online presence, has become a significant milestone. Similarly, graduation ceremonies, whether from high school or university, have become widely recognized as important coming-of-age rituals. They symbolize not just academic achievement, but the end of one phase of life and the beginning of another: adulthood, independence, and responsibility. In many cultures, the legal age for voting or driving is considered a key marker of adulthood. It represents a young person's entry into society as a responsible citizen capable of making informed decisions that can impact their community and nation. Yet it's not all about legality and formal ceremonies. More intimate personal rituals have found a place in the modern world. A family holiday, a solo trip, or even a first job can serve as rites of passage, representing growth, independence, and maturity. These adaptations reflect our changing societies and the evolving perceptions of what it means to come of age. But it's important to remember that while the practices may have transformed, the essence of these rituals remains the same. They all mark a young person's journey into adulthood, signifying a shift in roles, responsibilities, and expectations. While some may argue that modern adaptations lack the depth and cultural richness of traditional rituals, they still serve a crucial role in our societies. They provide young people with a sense of achievement, a feeling of belonging, and a clear demarcation of life stages. Even in the face of change, these rituals retain their core purpose, marking the passage from childhood to adulthood. And as we continue to evolve, it will be interesting to see how these rituals adapt alongside us. From a global perspective, the tapestry of coming-of-age rituals is rich and varied. Our planet is a vast mosaic of cultures, each with its unique rites of passage marking the journey from childhood to adulthood. These rituals, while diverse in nature, share common threads that weave together the human narrative. Let's take a quick trip around the world. In the Arctic, the Inuit people celebrate a young boy's first successful hunt with a communal feast, while in the Amazon, the Satermao tribe initiates boys into manhood with the pain of being stung by a bullet ant, considered one of the most painful stings in the world. The Maasai tribes of East Africa send their young men to live in isolation, teaching them the importance of resilience and self-reliance. And in Japan, the Seijin no Hai, or Coming-of-Age Day, sees young people dressed in traditional garments, attending ceremonies at local government offices, signifying their status as full-fledged members of society. Despite the stark contrasts in these rituals, there are underlying similarities. They all signify a transition, marking a clear demarcation between childhood and adulthood. They involve a test or challenge, often physical, but also emotional or spiritual, symbolizing the hardships one must overcome in life. And they all involve a communal celebration, underlining the importance of community and shared experience. Yet these rituals are not static. They evolve, shaped by the currents of time, technology, and global influences. The Maasai, for instance, are gradually replacing the traditional lion hunt with a soccer game, an adaptation to changing societal views on animal rights. In Japan, Western-style suits and dresses are now often seen alongside traditional kimonos during the Seijin no Hi. Such adaptations highlight the dynamic nature of culture, its ability to change yet retain its essence. They remind us that while the specifics of these coming-of-age rituals may differ, their purpose remains the same: to guide the young as they navigate the turbulent waters of adolescence and emerge as adults, ready to take on the responsibilities of their community and the world at large. Regardless of the location or method, these rituals universally celebrate the journey into adulthood. As our exploration of coming-of-age rituals concludes, we reflect on the shared human experience they represent. These cultural rites of passage truly reflect the rich tapestry of human diversity that exists across the globe. From the tribal initiations of remote societies to the more urbanized ceremonies in modern cultures, we've seen how each culture marks the transition from childhood to adulthood in its own unique way. We've delved into the significance of painful endurance tests, illuminating the symbolic representation of hardship and resilience that many societies believe to be inherent in the journey to adulthood. We've also journeyed into the solitude of isolation and vision quests, which underscore the introspective and spiritual aspects of maturation. We've seen how gender-specific rituals highlight societal roles and expectations, and how these practices can vary drastically from one culture to another. We've also explored the enduring symbols and ceremonial objects that hold profound cultural meanings, intricately woven into the very fabric of these rituals. In our modern world, the adaptation of these age-old practices has seen them evolve in fascinating ways, with technology and globalization playing pivotal roles. Yet in spite of these changes, the essence of these rituals remains intact, to celebrate the journey of personal growth and community bonding. We've also touched upon the psychological impact of these rites of passage, acknowledging how they shape identity and foster a sense of cultural belonging. And while controversies and criticisms do exist, it's important to view these practices through the lens of cultural relativism, understanding that what may seem bizarre to one may be sacred to another. In the end, these rituals, as varied and diverse as they are, all serve a common purpose. They mark a pivotal point in one's life, a transition that is celebrated and revered across cultures. As diverse as our rituals may be, they all celebrate one of life's most significant transitions, the passage from childhood to adulthood.